There are signs of a big change happening in the halls of global power, just as the world's finances are about to go into chaos. It is believed that this change will have a big effect. The International Monetary Fund's IMF, which is in charge of keeping the world economy stable, has been slowly getting ready for the next big financial event for the past few months. But they aren't going to use secret dollar diplomacy or print more special drawing rights to try to solve the problem. This time, the people who are the richest people in the world are going to start using XP to power a whole new system. A person who was able to listen in on private IMF meetings says that XRP, a cryptocurrency that most financial experts have ignored for years, is now at the center of the IF's emergency plan to save the world's economies. And the way it's priced says that each coin is worth an amazing 500,000. You're not making this up. The world's money system is going through a restart right now. This is the first thing we should look at, what the International Monetary Fund can't do right now. The International Monetary Fund EF often gives loans in the form of SDRs, which are made up of fake currencies like the dollar, euro, yen, and pound. These loans are given to countries whose economies are about to collapse. It takes a very long time to use these funds, though, because they have to do with politics and often come with bad economic measures. The fact that SDRs rely on paper currencies that are already pretty weak makes things even worse in today's fast-paced and connected world. The digital economy. The International Monetary Fund knows that this method doesn't work. Because of this, they have been looking into a blockchain-based answer behind closed doors. Among the other options, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and stablecoins, XRP stood out because of its unique features. Why is XRP the best charged? Because XRP is built in legal layers, cross-border payments that happen almost instantly, and a history of working with global financial institutions, which no other digital asset even comes close to having. Ripple is the company that runs the XRP platform. It has already teamed up with more than 100 banks and payment companies. The idea is not just a thought. In fact, it is already helping to keep international financial processes running smoothly. At this point, it's almost ready to become the most important part of the biggest change in how money works since the Bretton Woods deal, according to what was leaked. Experts from the International Monetary Fund, IMF, used XRP to simulate a number of possible global rescue situations as a safety net. What happened was nothing less than revolutionary. With XRP payouts, the goals might be met in minutes instead of weeks, which is longer than with fiat currency bailouts. Since funds could be locked, tracked, or inspected on the blockchain, everyone would have to be completely honest and take responsibility. For regular IM plan to happen, there are two things that must be present: easy to use and quick were the best things about XRP. This meant that even it is possible to make big changes to the economy without causing inflation or the currency to lose value. It's not about thoughts. There is math involved here, and the math shows that XRP works. This assessment tool was used because of the need to refinance debt all over the world, which is how the amount of 500,000 was found. There is more than 300 trillion in debt around the world, so the International Monetary Fund's IMF needs a way to settle bills that can handle trillions of dollars without breaking. There are only 100 billion XRP tokens in circulation right now, and a big chunk of them are either held in escrow or controlled by people who are thinking about the long run. Because of this, the value would quickly rise because there would be more demand for it. The value of each coin would have to be between 250,000 and 500,000. This is because only percent of the world's debt could be paid off with XRP, and it is based on the idea that the spread will happen slowly. If the economy is uncertain right now and XRP is becoming more popular, the demand shock could make prices go up even more. It gets used quickly. Things are about to get even more interesting. There is more to the International Monetary Fund, IMF, than just getting ready for developing countries like Argentina and Lebanon to use XRP, as the stolen papers show. For the sake of keeping the system from falling apart, they are making models of what would happen if even strong countries like the US, Italy, and Spain would need XRP. What would happen is that XRP would become the new world reserve currency. It would not depend on any one country or group of financial institutions. This is why the International Monetary Fund, IMF, can gain a lot from using XRP. It has nothing to do with any political party. It uses cutting-edge technology and can be used anywhere in the world. What do you think this means exactly? This means that XRP is no longer just a coin installation. Instead, it has turned into a tool for carrying out world policy. The International Monetary Fund's IMF is almost ready to make XRP an important part of the world economy. Even though everyone is fighting about Bitcoin ETFs, exchange-traded funds, ETFs, and meme currencies, there are also changes happening in the way that monetary policy is put into place and how banks work. Imagine that the XRP system could be used to handle national bailouts in real time. There would be no hidden goals and everyone would be very honest. This is not a dream. That one and the new type are alike. One important thing to think about is what will happen in the future. Without a doubt, the pun was meant. It will be necessary for governments to use, store, and do business with XRP as soon as they start getting rescue money in it. They will not have any other choice. The banks that are in charge will soon be XRP whales, for sure. Every financial firm can make the tools they need in order to work with the XRP ledger. By building liquidity lanes that go through many countries, markets will be linked in a way that has never been done before. The Ripple on-demand cash flow answer soon, ODL, will be the basis of all foreign banking. Adopting it will not happen slowly. It will happen all at once instead, and because RP is becoming more popular, its price will have to go up to keep up with the needs of foreign trade People in the media will do their best to understand it. Each government will try to get it faster than the others. People who put money into the company early on and saw its true value will likely become famous quickly. Most folks, on the other hand, will have missed the boat. People were busy with all the noise while the International Monetary Fund's IMF planned the biggest change in the history of money. Now put yourself in the shoes of a country that is about to submit for bankruptcy. Your money is falling very fast. Your foreign funds are running out, and the RU profits are your bonds are going through the roof. These things are all happening at the same time. People used to have to get a one loan to get money from the International MonMF. You had to ask for it and agree to all of its rules. Its RP will be given to you in this new world. You can change the way this drink works, and it's ready to use right away. When your country's currency is needed, they are either changed into it or kept by the country's central bank as a backup. The situation will be stable for your people, and it will be easy for your government to get back in charge. The problem has been fixed, and it hasn't gotten worse that way. The claim that XRP makes is that it can help people get out of deep trouble. There are a lot of different digital coins to choose from. You can use the digital life raft that is there. Besides that, you shouldn't think that the International Monetary Fund is working on its own. A lot of central banks like the World Bank, the BIS, the Bank for International Settlements, and others